Hello guys and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Photoshop. So in today's class we are going to talk about different layers modifications that you can do and some other things that you can do with layers. So basically we're going to play with layers in the first part of the course simply by using Control T, what we have saw a little bit before. Then we're going to link layers and create groups of layers, and I'll show you why it's really useful. So let's start. All right, so basically we should be somewhere, well, you should have our poster somewhere right here, or you should have your image somewhere ready. So for the purpose of this course, we are going to select only one layer. Well, just for the beginning, we're going to select only one layer and work with it. So let's take the image right here. So right now what you will do, you will click on Control T. So what we'll do, we'll simply grow this image to make it bigger. So right now, basically what you can do as modification to this image. So as we talked a little bit before, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. And so we are going to click on Control T. But not only this, you can also play with the form of the image. In other words, let's say for example, I'm clicking on Control. I can modify my image and put it, give it some, change the form of my image. So in this case, for example, I can create, for example, a triangle if I want to once again. So here I'll be able to make a triangle with my image, which is pretty cool. So basically this can add some, it depends of what type of projects you want to do. But basically this can add a lot of value to a project if you do it properly the right way. Once again, here I'm just making an example. Not only this, when you do your Control T, basically you can change that, you can move your image. So in other words, let's say for example, I want to flip my image. So I can flip my image horizontally. So as you can see, my image have been flipped. So I will just reflip it. So as you can see, I go from here and I flip it horizontally. So it gets flipped. I can also flip it vertically if I want to. So as you can see here, I flip my image vertically. And so I can flip it horizontally, vertically. I can rotate my image, so 180 degrees. I can rotate it to 90 degrees, so put it like this, which is pretty cool. I can do pretty much whatever I want with my image, and this is pretty interesting as well. So basically, as you can see, you have a lot of modifications that you can add, that you can do with your layers. So basically those are just a few of them, and this is basically just the beginning, and this is how you can change the form of your layers. Not only you can do this with one layer, you can do this with multiple layers as well, and this is where linking layers becomes important. So let's say for example, I want to play with more than one layer at the same time. So let's say I have 1, 2, here 3 layers at the same time, and I want to put them one next to the other. So what I will do now, I will simply link those layers. And how exactly do I link the layers? It's pretty simple. So I will select my layers. So I will click on Shift. I will select all my layers. And what I'll do next, I will simply link them. So right now my layers are linked. So what does this mean? This means it became one image. So basically it became just one layer. So let's say I want to play with it. I want to move my layers. I can do it. So right now my layers are linked and I can move them however I want. Let's say I want to add another layer to it. And I want to link it as well. So I will just select all those layers, so the 4 of them, and simply link them together. And right now, each time that I move one layer, it's gonna move the 4 layers together. I cannot move one of those. I have to move the 4 of them. If I want to do it, I need to unlink the layer at first. So how do I unlink a layer from a set of layers? I simply click on the link button. So to link layers together, simply select the 4 or the amount of layers that you want, and you simply link them together. All right, so let's say I want to modify let's say I want to modify the whole set of layers. Pretty simple. I will just click on Control T. And once again, let's say I want to flip them. I can do the exact same thing. So I can flip it horizontally. I can flip them vertically. So I can do pretty much whatever I want with those layers. Let's say I want to modify them. I can do pretty much the same thing. So I can make them bigger, smaller. If I want to change their form, pretty simple. I just click on Control and I can change their form. I can make it bigger, smaller. So as you can see, if I want to create well, some kind of effects, it's possible to do when you guys are linking the layers together. So once again, as you can see, those are some pretty cool things that you can do when you link layers together. So basically you can work with a lot of layers at the same time. All right, right now let's say that you guys have hundreds of layers, and let's say that you want to work with 4 layers at the time and not more. Instead of getting lost in your set of layers and being, let's say you're getting lost because you have a lot of layers, what you can do is you can put your set of layers inside of a group. And how exactly you do this? It's pretty simple. So right now we have linked our 4 layers that are right here, and what we want to do, let's say this is one part of our project that we want to put inside of a group. So what we'll do, we'll simply right click on those 4 layers. When it's done, we'll simply select those layers. We'll right click, and what you can do right now, you can group the layers. So here you have duplicate layers, delete layers, group from layers. So here we'll call it group 1, and we'll click on OK. So right now we have our group 1 that is right here, and it's consider it as a layer. So basically we can move it, we can change it, we can do whatever we pretty much want with this group. And when we open the group, we have our 4 layers right here. So basically if we wanna, well, we can do, as I said, we can do whatever we want with the group. So it works pretty much the same way as a layer. You can duplicate your group. So basically, as you can see here, you can duplicate it, you can delete it, and you can work, well, you work with the group. It's pretty much simple. So as you can see, what you will do, you will work with the whole group at the same time, which is pretty cool. So right now you learned how to link, how to create links, so basically how to link layers, how to create groups, and how to play with the layers at the same time. Now it's important to know how exactly you can get rid of the group. So let's say you have your group right here, and you don't want to have a group anymore for those layers. So what exactly you can do? It's pretty simple. You just right click, and you go right here and you click on delete group. So basically what you can do, you can delete the whole group and the content, and you can delete the group only. So basically the content will stay, but the concept of group will be deleted. So they will not be together. So here we deleted the group. So as you can see, the layers are still together and they're still linked together. Right now, if I want to unlink my layers, it's pretty simple. I will just, I can just right click, and here I click on the unlink button. So right now my layers are unlinked, and what I can do, right now I can work with just 1 layer at the time, which is pretty cool. So as you can see here, I have 1 layer. I can work with 1 layer at the time, which is pretty interesting. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to do, and those are some basic modifications that you guys can do with the layers. As you can see, it's not complicated, it's just a question of practice. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.